Hello friends, you are welcome again. The Listening Empire. Author Michael Hyatt is the founder of a leadership development firm, who was also the chairman of Thomas National Publishers. He wrote many books in his career, due to which he became the best-selling author of New York Times and Wall Street Journal, in which one book which became very famous. Its name is Your Best Year Ever. Michael also does consultancy and leadership training, in which he has the experience of more than a decade. He learned many things by working with many different companies. He compiled all the things and wrote a book, which if we apply these things, we can make our New Year's resolutions true, in which we fail sometimes. For example, Sir Richard Branson, who is the founder of Virgin Group, which includes more than 400 companies. Branson started his entrepreneurial journey with magazine publications, after which he expanded in a variety of industries, like music, banking, aviation, spaceflight, healthcare, mobile phones, retail, travel and many more things. He was not genius like Elon Musk. He had to struggle a lot in his school due to dyslexia. But still he started his first business at the age of 15, where he used to grow and sell trees. After 16, he dropped off the school. He quit the school. And then he started a magazine on youth culture, and its name was The Student. This magazine used to target students, due to which many companies which wanted to make presence in student market, they started giving money to Richard to have their ads in magazine. And you can say, it was his first successful business. After which he started a mail order company, and its name was The Virgin. And just like this, he started expanding in record business. He started his own music label company. In 1984, he started Virgin Atlantic Airways. At that time, British Airways was dominating this market. In year 1999, he started Virgin Mobile, and it did not end here. Despite having dyslexia, Richard Branson's list is very long, filled with achievements. The reason behind his success wasn't that he was smart or a great businessman, or a great manager or leader. He was able to become so successful because he was a great stater. He knew how to start things, which common people don't know. In this video, I'll tell you systems to achieve goals, which 50% viewers will understand well, that what can be achieved in 1 year. They'll also realize the power of this system. Only 10% out of these 50% viewers will apply this system in their life. And only 1% people will start working on their goals. And the truth is that this is the rule of world. Only 1% people achieve massive success. Only 1% people know how to start things like Richard Branson. They know how to work on goals. They know how to create systems. If you also want to be in 1%, want to make the best year of your life, then I'm going to tell you 5 things which you have to do one by one. And I am also going to tell a nice system of goal setting, which will help you to be in 1%. But the condition is, watch this video with focus. Let's come on first step, analyze your life. Analyze your life. Suppose, there is a person who has lost somewhere. He call emergency and says, "Sir, I have to go to this city, tell me how can I go?" You tell, if that person will ask question like this, then what would be the first question of that person who wants to help him? His first question would be, okay, let me tell you how to go there. But first tell me, where are you? That person says, no sir, I don't know where I am. Will it be easy for that person to tell him the right way? Obviously not. It would be very hard. Similarly, it is said that, how can you go forward if you don't know where you are coming from? To change your life, the first thing you have to do, that is, know about your current state. Suppose there is a sculptor. If he wants to make a nice statue, what would he do first? First, he will look at that big stone. He will see, from where he can cut that stone. After looking at it, understanding the possibility, he took a hammer and slowly hitting it with a chisel, would make a nice shape out of that stone, which will look beautiful. And while doing this, remember, he won't attach himself with stone, because he knows, he will have to cut stone. Similarly, if you want to give your life a good shape, first sit and analyze well. That, in which situations are you now? Specifically, divide your life in 4 areas. Health, wealth, relationship, and happiness. Now rate yourself in all areas. That right now, maybe my health is at April 10th. And then think, why is it at 4? It's at 4 because of your poor eating habits. You aren't eating homely food properly. Not doing exercise. Similarly, analyze relationships, financial conditions. That why and where is your financial condition, right now? Rate yourself in all 4 areas, so that you can know the truth. Right now, where is your condition? Right now, where are you in life? So that you can give yourself the right direction to move forward. So that you can set right goal for yourself, which will take you ahead of that situation. To set goal, second point is very important, which you'll have to understand. That is, create a vision board. Create a vision board. Once you've understood where you are, then first of all, set a plan. Here you've to create a vision for yourself. That how you want to see yourself in future? How would be your ideal self? What kind of person you want to be? What does that person does? What does he eat? How does he live? How does he talk? Where does he spend his time? Right answers to all these questions? What kind of life your ideal self wants to live? Define your ideal life. If you want, create a vision board, where you start putting pictures of your dream life. Put picture of your dream body. Put picture of your dream house. And write all things in detail, so that your brain starts understanding the new reality you are creating. That what do you want? Because remember, until a person has a clear vision, until he doesn't know where he is going, he will keep wandering here and there, and will never be able to move forward in life. After creating vision board, third thing which you've to do is daily routine. Set daily routine. Sometimes we get stuck in a cycle. It means you must have seen the roads in the old village. The tractor passes so many times that there is a pothole there. That is called rut. Similarly, when we start doing same things again and again, we also get stuck in rut, from which it becomes very difficult to get out. It becomes very necessary to break cycle. To break that cycle, it is very necessary to set daily routine for yourself. It has been seen maximum times. You'll to set a good daily routine if you want drastic change in your life. Like, recently I was reading a book, in which, when they were performing very bad in their life, then they started making a new ritual. Those people used to go in front of the mirror every day and looking at themselves used to tell the truth. That look how fat you have become. And then they used to shave their beard and head. And at that time, they used to say truth to themselves. It was their routine, which compels them to see the truth, help them to take action in right direction. Similarly, you also can set routine for yourself. For you, that routine may be doing journalizing in the morning, or going to the gym in the morning, or reading a page in the morning. Focus on creating a new routine. But along with that, remember this fourth routine. You can't fully change. You can't change who you were. The secret of change is to focus all your energy, not on fighting the old one but on building the new one foot. Before starting the journey of changing your life, assume that you can fail. Your life is the way it is now. No matter how rut you are in, no matter how many bad habits you have. It took you many years to develop these habits. The way you are, it's 100% never ending. This is because in the journey of changing any habit, you always have to remember that you can't forget any habit. Like for example, if you had learnt cycling in childhood, you may not have cycled for many years. But if you get back to cycling, you will be cycling again very quickly. Because habits settle in our mind very fast. So remember this thing. You'll have to be aware of your bad habits. You'll find many triggers in life will urge you to do those things again by distraction. You've to stay strong at that time. You've to develop strong system. At that time, you have to remember what Socrates said. The secret of change is to focus all your energy, not on fighting the old but building the new one foot. You've to focus on making new habits. How it can happen. How should you make new habits? For that, this last point will help you, that is, smarter goal. Smarter goals. During Muromachi period of Japanese history, shogun of Japan who is called the highest military leader, that was Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, once broke his favorite tea bowl, which he had brought from China. It was very lovely for him. He sent that tea bowl to China for repairing. And when it came from China after getting repaired, he got angry very much. Because from where that bowl was broken, those Chinese had fixed the staples at that broken area, because of which the beauty of that bowl got ruined. Shogun was very angry with this thing. But still he thought, what he can do to deal with this situation? He gave challenge to all his workers to make that bowl beautiful as much as possible. When he gave this challenge to his workers, from here an idea was born, which is called kintsugi. An artisan took all those broken pieces and pasted them with such a glue which had a golden powder on it. After which that broken bowl was looking beautiful than earlier, because gold was shining on it. Similarly, if you want to make your coming year best, you'll have to apply the golden glue on all the broken areas on your current life. Which will make your life better than ever? What will this golden glue be made of? How will your new habits form? It will happen when you will set smarter goals instead of traditional goals. What does smarter means? S in smarter stands for specific. Specific. According to a research of Forbes, around 80% people fails in their New Year resolution. The most important reason behind it is that their goals are not specific. For example, a person aims to lose his weight. Or this year, I'll make a lot of money. These things are said in the air because these are not specific. And because these things are said in the air, leave others, your own mind will not take these things seriously. It won't give motivation because it doesn't know what to do exactly. So, the first thing you've to do this year is set a specific goal. Instead of saying that, I'll lose weight, define that how much weight you want to lose in order to be in best physique. Suppose your current weight is 90 kilograms. You can set goal that I'll have 75 kilograms at the end of this year. And to achieve it, I'll have to lose 1 to 1.5 kilograms every month. When you set yourself a specific goal, then achieving that thing will become easy for you. M of smarter stands for measurable. Measurable. You know our brain believe more on those things which it see a measure. For example, you see, people in our country believe in choosing conventional career path, not on becoming entrepreneur. Why? Because in traditional paths, it is told specifically by measuring that first you have to do 10th, then you have to do 12th, then you have to give entrance exam, have to do a 5-year course, and then you'll become this, and then you'll get a job. Means, things can be measured. Whereas in entrepreneurship, things can't be measured. If you start becoming businessman, it can take you 2, 3, or even 5 years. But the good thing is it can take 1 year also. Because it has no specific measurement, people don't even enter inside it. And this is our problem. So, if you want to make goals, make them measurable as much as possible. Like, for example, I'll start reading books this year. Instead of setting goals like this, you tell that I'll read 12 books this year. And to finish 12 books, I'll read 10 pages daily. When you set 10 pages / 2 pages / 1 page goal, which can be measured, then that thing will become 10x more achievable for you. Smarter, stands for actionable. Actionable. Sometimes people set goals which are not actionable. For example, I am going to make my relationship very strong. It sounds interesting, but what's the action behind it? What specific can do you? Well, this thing isn't defined. That's why that goal is not achieved. On the other hand, if you want to take actionable step, then you can think like this: when I'll go to my home after working for 8 hours, I'll invest 1 hour for my relationship. We'll spend with them. We'll have food with them. This thing is more actionable. Fourth is risky. Risky. Author says, many times people set goals, but those goals are very reasonable and attainable. But in actual, we do its opposite. Seeing the goal you feel fear or doubt. Actually, that is the real goal. Because it motivates you to do more than your potential. Like for example, a study was done in 400 goal-setting experiments, in which researchers found that those who keep challenging and long goals, their performance is 2.5x better than those who set easy goals for themselves. It sounds weird and counterintuitive, but the reason behind it is our limiting belief. For example, if you think that I have to finish 1 book in a month, and to finish a book, for example, you have to read 2 pages a day. When you go to do it, you'll easily do this. And because it is easily achieved, you'll stop enjoying. You won't feel challenged, and then you won't do that work. Then, if you set goal for 2 books instead of 1 book, which is a little bit difficult for you, which is a little bit challenging for you, when you do this, you'll have fun. Because you'll be challenging yourself and growing yourself. And I've noticed it too. If we keep simple and easy goal, brain will think it is very easy and isn't that worthy. That's why we don't do that again. Next is T of smarter, that is time keyed. Time keyed. Author says, a lot of people do one more mistake. They set their goal time specific, but they don't define time of working on those goals. Due to which they get someday sickness. That means, I've to achieve this goal, but I'll do it tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. I'll start working on it from tomorrow. Because of this, that work never gets done. In a study, when a patient of heart disease was warned, and were advised to exercise, those participants did more exercise. There was a 50% increase in the chances of exercising for those people who had set a specific time to exercise. That, I'll do exercise daily at this time. So you also do this thing. Give yourself a time frame to work upon. Next comes E for exciting. Exciting. Author says your goal should always excite you. If you've set such a goal, which makes you feel draining and demotivating, the chances of achieving that goals are very less. On the other hand, if you set very exciting goals for yourself, and attach a strong why with that goal, that why do you want to achieve that goal, which you can see again and again. Due to this, you'll feel less lazy, and it would be possible to achieve that goal. R of smarter comes for relevant. Relevant. Again, maximum people do one more mistake. They try to do everything themselves. Like, they have to work on job themselves, then have to do other works also, have to travel, have to do shopping and work on health. That's how those people try to do many things. Whereas author says we can't do all things. We have to define what things are relevant for us. It is important for us to do relevant things. As much as possible. There is a lot of ego in our mind. We think that we can do a lot of things. Whereas 80-20 principle also says that 20% actions will generate 80% results. So focus on those 20% things, which are most relevant for your big goals. Pursue those things heartily. If you do all these things, repeat summary. Firstly, analyze your life that where you are. Then creating a vision board for yourself, so that you can know where you've to go. To keep taking actions daily to reach there means setting a daily routing for yourself. That's important. Next, remember that it's not easy to change yourself. Your brain may go back to old habits, but creating new habits to avoid those old habits. And to create new habits, you've to remember. Set smarter goals. Smarter, S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for actionable. R stands for risky. T stands for time keyed. E stands for exciting. And last, R stands for relevant. Your new habits should be related to smarter goals. Means, those goals which are specific. Don't just lose weight, but attain 75 kilograms. Should be measurable, which you can measure every day. Third, it should be actionable. It should be clear that what action you can take. Then that thing should be risky too. If it is simple, it won't excite you. There should be a little challenging element in it. It should be time keyed. It's important to specify the time for the new habit you are forming. And remember all these things. It's important to have exciting goals. Whatever your goal is, it should be exciting. And last, whatever thing you're going to do should be relevant. Now, I want you to comment your goals for 2024. Those goals should be smarter. Define by writing those goals. If you do all these things, year 2024 will be your best year. Obviously, I've told you earlier. I've told these things from the book. Your Best Year Ever, a 5-step plan for achieving your most important goals. By Michael Hyatt. It's an interesting book you can check out. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.